The Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit in Tianjin, and all eyes on that meeting that took place between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping, because when leaders of the most populous countries in the world, 1.4 billion population of India, 1.4 billion population of China, so when leaders of 2.8 billion people meet, then something tangible should come out, something that will benefit not just the two countries but the wider region should come out. And Wooly is a very popular correspondent, a charming, dashing correspondent with CGTN who joins us on this broadcast. So, Wooly, what's the Chinese readout? What's the thinking in China about the Prime Minister's meeting with the President?
Thank you. Just now, Chinese President Xi Jinping held a bilateral meeting with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, because this is Modi's first visit in 7 years. Last time he was in China attending the SCO summit in Qingdao in 2018, and this time he came to Tianjin to attend this year's summit. We know that the two countries have had a long history of civilized cultures, and now this year also marks the 75th year of diplomatic ties between the two countries, and they have attached great importance to boost their bilateral ties. Chinese President Xi Jinping reaffirmed that the two countries are partners, not rivals. And the two countries should move on to boost their bilateral relations to enhance their economic connectivity, people-to-people exchanges, and as both members of the SCO as well as the BRICS, China and India should work hand in hand to strengthen their collaboration in addressing the global and regional issues. And India...
that's interesting. So global issues, regional issues, and when they would address issues that would benefit the region, the world would benefit. But if they're unable to address issues within, and if there are issues like, the friction at the borders, what is the thinking that you've been able to gather on how to move forward to address this issue so that on other fields we can move forward?
You're right. Actually, China and India are neighboring countries. People speak different languages. We have different cultures. Many say it's unfortunate that we had this kind of border issue problems, but the two leaders have reaffirmed the border issue shouldn't be a problem affecting the bilateral ties. They have already set up a high-level mechanism to settle these problems. And now the two, Foreign Minister Wang Yi, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, visited India this August, and India Foreign Minister and Defense Minister also visited China. They have exchanged ideas. They have reached 10 consensus. They have, set up high-level, officials to set up this kind of problems. And now the direct flights between the two countries are expected to resume very soon. And the tourism and cultural and people-to-people exchanges are expected to enhance. So it's unfortunate to have this kind of border issue, but they decide to move on. They will take care of all these problems, and they believe that when you sit together and you can talk about these differences and you can move on to enhance and strengthen the collaboration in this kind of world turbulent.
And how is China viewing Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit and the bilateral interaction that the two have had, and especially in the light of what's been happening with America talking about imposing, already imposing 25% sanctions on India and talking about imposing sanctions on China? When in your interactions with the officials in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, what have you been able to pick up?
You're right. Actually, nowadays, a lot of countries face challenges, of protectionism, unilateralism, even the tariff wars, tariffs. Many of these developing countries, benefited from globalization, free trade. They have joined the WTO, and they know the importance of rule of law. And now, the key message is to enhance the collaboration of free trade. They want to send a clear message to the world that these countries, when they sit together, they want to enhance their collaboration and together they can tackle and these problems.
And from the Chinese side, Wule, have you been able to figure out what is the roadmap for improvement of ties between India and China, the backgrounder briefings or the readout on the Chinese side on what are effective measures at borders for trade, for regional cooperation? How does this relationship move forward?
Both China and India are very important members of Global South. As neighboring countries, the two countries have, long history of communication. And in the Tang Dynasty, a Chinese monk, Tang Xuanzang, went to India to study, and a lot of Indian students came to China to work and enhance their collaboration. It's very important because China attaches great importance to its neighborhood diplomacy, neighborhood community. And China, as two of the most populous countries in the world, China aims to have a closer ties with India, with Russia, with other member states of SCO. They hope to strengthen their collaboration in different platforms so that they can tackle the global challenges together.
And any word on, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov was talking about China, India, Russia, RIC, Russia, India, China trilateral. Any word on from the Chinese side on that?
This question has been asked by many India media outlets actually today. I think it's very clear that this time the SCO summit will provide a very great platform for these world leaders to sit together to enhance their collaboration. China have been the largest trading partner of both India and Russia for many years, and China has been actively, involved with the collaboration with both India and Russia. They have been held multilateral talks with these countries for many years. So they decided to work more closely as a global South to push forward the collaboration under the principle of United Nations Charter. They have more collaboration potential than differences.
Well, that's a very interesting take. But for joining me here
on
India Today,
okay.
Wule, many thanks.
It's my pleasure. We have met many India friends, media outlets here. We can see that the importance of this meeting attracts so many media outlets from India and other countries. Over 3,000 journalists have been attracted here, to cover this summit.